I hope that your Friday is coming up well. Time for News Now with me, Linda Lela, and happy Valentine's to you. Equally, it's a Friday. Like they say, it's thanks God it's Friday. But to couple it up, it is a Valentine's Day. And I hope that you are sharing love from wherever it is that you are. We have lots lined up for you, and here are the highlights. Top on news. High-level last-minute lobbying underway as candidates for the African Union Commission chairmanship engage member states ahead of Saturday's vote. Also, friends, family and media fraternity converge at the All Saints Cathedral for a requiem service in honor of fallen veteran broadcaster Leonard Mambo Mbotela. Farmers in Makabine, Mituntu and Kianjai, Tigania West are counting massive losses after marauding elephants invaded their farms, destroying vital crops and leaving families devastated.
Yaenda nyaribu mimea, mahindi, mabokando, miembe, mihogo, ilimaliza yote na mandizi.
My name is Linda Lela, and News Now begins right away where President William Ruto and former Prime Minister, that is Raila Odinga, are engaged in a flurry of background diplomatic lobbying as the clock ticks to the deadline ahead of tomorrow's crucial vote. This as a number of members of parliament or the county assembly and parliament remain stranded over lack of accreditation. And let's now cross over to Addis Ababa in Ethiopia and join our very own Apollo Kamau for more details. Apollo, if you can hear me, Jumbo.
Yes, Jumbo, Linda. This afternoon, Kenya is leaving nothing to chance in the race to tomorrow's D-Day after a marathon of campaign to make sure her candidate, Raila Amolo Odinga, clinches the seat tomorrow when the vote gets to the floor in the afternoon. This morning has been a very busy one for the two key men, starting off with President William Ruto, who has had a flurry of meetings. There was the issue of Sudan, a meeting he did attend. There was the issue of global carbon credit rating. And this afternoon, just a few moments ago, he met Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed at his palace, where they met to discuss the issue of Somalia. Therefore, there is a lot going on as far as lobbying is concerned ahead of tomorrow. And then, on the other hand, we have quite a number of Kenya members of parliament and MCAs. A while ago this morning, we had MCAs camping outside the gate of this African Union headquarters premises, trying to access, but they were unable to do so because they do not have accreditation. Then we also have a number of MPs who are held up in their hotels without accreditation. They also want to come here and show support and show the solidarity with the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga as far as tomorrow is concerned. Now, there was a statement which is causing a bit of jitters here among leaders who are coming here to show solidarity with Odinga on the issue of SADC, given the letter which has been making rounds prevailing upon SADC countries to vote in favor of Madagascar's Richard James. We had Interior Principal Secretary Dr. Korir Sing'oei speaking and saying there should be no cause for alarm, there should be no cause for worry. Kenya is focused on its campaign to make sure Odinga is a man of the moment tomorrow. But How that happens will all depend when the 49 heads of state convene in the Nelson Mandela Hall and vote. He needs 2/3 of the vote if he is going to win in the first round. 2/3 of 49 is 33 votes, and that's what he needs. There are also some fears in some quarters on whether he will be able to win in the first round, and given the position that has been taken by Sadiq, whether this will go on like in 2017 when we had Amina Mohammed going up to the 7th round. So it's a matter of wait and see. But tomorrow is a D-Day which will define who will finally take the mantle, Linda.
Apollo Kamau is stationed in Addis to make sure that you get around 360 updates of what is playing out in Ethiopia. And of course, we'll certainly be making sure that you get that. We still have more in relation to the same, but first, the Requiem service in honor of the fallen veteran broadcaster is currently underway in Nairobi. Friends, family, and of course the media fraternity at large have converged at the All Saints Cathedral, where glowing tributes have taken center stage. Let us cross over there and listen in to the proceedings. We'll be bringing a comprehensive coverage of the same on our subsequent bulletins, but yes, indeed, may the fallen soldier continue to rest in peace. Now, farmers in Tigania West, areas of Makabini, Mituntu and Kianjai are counting massive losses after marauding elephants invaded their farms, destroying vital crops and leaving families devastated. The affected farmers lament that the destruction has disrupted their livelihoods, with some struggling to afford school fees for their children. Many say that they feel abandoned as their months of hard work have been reduced to nothing. Local leader, and that is Wilson Mwiteri, and Kianjai Member of Parliament Ken Kaibai have called on the government to take immediate action. They are also urging authorities to compensate the affected farmers and implement long-term solutions to prevent future wildlife incursions. Now, residents are also pleading for urgent intervention before the situation worsens.
Naomba kwa serikali tusaidie, tuone walifungia ndovu wao, tuone usaidizi kutoka kwa serikali.
Kwa majina naitwa Wilson Mwiteri, Area Stand Chief. Area hii ya Machabene imeathirika sana na ndovu. Kwa hivyo watu wangu wa area hii wamewacha njaa, hawana chakula, hata miti ya kahawa yenye walikuwa navuna kahawa wanapata ya kusomesha nao watoto, kwa hivi sasa wako na umaskini. Ombi langu kwa serikali ni wafindiwe kwa haraka ama wafanywe compensation ya haraka, wapate chakula. Ya pili, kituo cha wanyama ya maofisa wa wanyama wa porini ama wildlife offices siengwe karibu na area hii, sababu kuko na corridor. Area hii ni kama corridor ndofu iko kwa area hii.
Wakati tulipowaita wale askari ambao ni wa kulinda usalama ama ambao wanashughulikia wanyama wa porini, niliweza kuongea na mkuu ama ambaye ni ofisa msimamizi wa KWS Meru County. Tangu saa 3 asubuhi waliweza kufika hapa saa 10 jioni. Na hivyo basi sijui kama wanafahamu ya kwamba kuna hadhari kubwa sana wakati ambapo mwananchi anatangamana na ndovu.
Okay, Kenya remains on high alert over the resurgence of deadly diseases in the region, with the Ministry of Health now advocating for heightened surveillance across all border posts in effort to reduce infections in the country. This as 3 new cases of mpox are reported in the country and bringing the total cases reported so far to 41. Speaking at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, a Public Health Principal Secretary, that is Mary Muthoni, accompanied by World Health Organization's country representative Dr. Esboname Diallo and IOM Chief Migration Officer Basket Mukunda, said that there were enhanced procedures at all the country's entry points, especially with the resurgence of Marburg and, of course, Ebola, which are spreading in the neighboring countries. PS Muthoni says, or saying all entry points have now been beefed up with the necessary tools to facilitate screening, with the key measures put in place to swiftly deal with their suspect cases.
We have also been able to have risk communication and community engagement efforts that are ongoing to raise awareness about mpox. However, we must note that there are other threats that have emerged, posing significant risk to public health and safety, including Marburg outbreak that was in Tanzania and Ebola that was suspected in Uganda. These 2 outbreaks remain active, heightened, and we have heightened risk of cross-border transmission into Kenya. And given our proximity and frequent cross-border movement, Kenya remains at high risk of importation, requiring urgent and coordinated action to mitigate the spread of these 2 diseases. We are not an alien country.
We collaborate with the Ministry of Health, our partners, in order to identify the appropriate, to minimize the risks, as well as to provide the appropriate measures so that safety of the people in the Kenya remain as it is. So we thank to the Ministry of Health, our partners WHO, and all the stakeholders to contribute towards the minimizing the risk of the health during the
Comprehensive reports coming your way later on, so make sure that you keep it TV47. Thank you so much for watching. This is where we close News Now. My name is Linda Alela. Do have yourself a beautiful evening ahead. Bye-bye.